rồi, quên rồi.
Qua cầu Đức Giá.
Bà đi ra bên ngoài và họp báo, bà đưa những tin tức từ những buổi họp của thành phố đến, bà đem ra những gì mà chính của city, bà đưa ra như vậy. Bà có làm đúng không? Bà ngồi trên cái ghế đó, bà phải biết cái luật, đúng không? Bà nói xấu những cái member, bà nói xấu những cái member ở trong này, trong city. Tôi thấy những hành động cư xử của bà trong những buổi họp thật là bất lịch sự, chuyên môn dành nói và nói ác tiếng người khác. Tôi nhớ có một buổi họp mà ông thị trưởng vắng mặt và ông phó thị trưởng Nam Quang điều khiển. Bà đã ngang nhiên chửi những người lên tiếng phản đối bà, mặc cho ông Nam Quang không cho nói. Bà đâu có nể ai đâu. Bà có biết bà là cái gì? Ông thị trưởng đã một vài lần cấm không cho bà nói, vì bà lì lợm, nói ác tiếng người khác, mặc cho ông thị trưởng gõ búa. Rồi bà nói là người ta bịt miệng bà. Đó là tư cách của một nghị viên đó sao? Mà bây giờ bà chỉ trích ông nghị viên Menzo là đừng bị đặt chuyện và nói láo. Có bằng chứng nào không? Cảm ơn tất cả mọi người. Sorry. Sorry, my fault.
Okay, Councilwoman West, you go on YouTube and talk about info from closed session meetings. You are breaking the law. You know that? You spoke badly about other council members, while I found your behavior in council meetings to be impolite. I remember a meeting when the mayor was absent and Vice Mayor Nam Quan Wen then conducted the meeting. You blatantly cursed those residents who spoke against you. Even Nam Quan couldn't control you. You always demand respect, but you don't respect anyone else, including the mayor. Now you accuse Councilmember Manzo of harassing you. You should not cry wolf, and you should not lie.
Our next speaker is Nat Lynn.
Thưa Hội đồng thành phố, tôi là Nhật Linh ở Nghị Khai Đao Westminster. Sau cái cuộc họp của Hội đồng thành phố ngày 3 tháng 5 vừa rồi, tôi rất là phẫn uất khi mà bà nghị Ani Phan Quét, bà bắt tay với ông Ngô Kỷ là một người chuyên bịa chuyện phá rối cộng đồng và cái đám YouTuber thân cận. Bà tổ chức vài cuộc bà gọi là họp báo, nhưng mà tôi cho rằng cái đó không phải họp báo, bởi vì những người đó không có phải là những người có trình độ để làm
mình phải mang qua bên góc kia ha, thì có lẽ bên đấy chiếu một cái màn hình của mấy người cảnh sát.
Bà muốn gây tiếng xấu cho ông Menzo ở trong cộng đồng Việt Nam. Bởi vì tháng 11 này là ông Menzo với bà phó thị trưởng Kim Đồ sẽ ứng cử trở lại, theo tôi biết. Bà cũng bôi nhọ và bà kêu gọi những cái người ở trong cộng đồng này, có ai muốn ứng cử ở địa hạt 2, địa hạt 3 liên lạc với bà sẽ support. Bà với Ngô Kỷ support, bà có ý đồ rất là tồi tệ và độc ác. Tôi xem đi xem lại cái clip ông Menzo rất là đứng đắn đàng hoàng, nhưng mà bà quá đáng. Và tôi cho rằng cái việc mà bà phó thị trưởng Kim Hồ và ông thị trưởng, hai người đưa ra tay đồng nó rất là đúng cái quy chế của Hội đồng thành phố. Không có lý do gì bà đòi tên là vô. Vì bà muốn nhanh nhưng mà bà đi sai quy trình, sai quy chế của cái Hội đồng thành phố này. Mà bà đi ra làm, bà nói cả cái hội đồng này là hãm hại bà. Và bà focus vô ông Menzo. Tôi cho đó là hành động độc ác. Thêm một điều nữa, chính vì cái mà cả hội đồng người ta đều không đồng ý, bà vẫn nói rằng bà muốn cô biết ơn cô không thì bà nên cô không? Đúng. Mà trong khi đó ngày hôm qua bà có 1 phút để phát biểu ở trong hội đồng thành phố LA. Bà có dám nói từ đó không? Bà là một kẻ hèn nhát. Bà chỉ lừa bịp cộng đồng Việt Nam. Tại sao bà có 1 phút phát biểu trong cộng đồng LA bà không nói từ này? Cho nên tôi muốn nói điều này. Bà đừng có làm gây xáo trộn giữa cộng đồng các sắc dân trong thành phố Westminster. Bởi vì theo tôi biết, ông Andrew là người nghị viên duy nhất của cộng đồng người Mễ trong hội đồng thành phố này. Chính bà mới lôi kéo những người Việt Nam bôi nhọ ông Andrew. Bà coi chừng bà tạo nên rối loạn giữa các sắc dân trong thành phố. Xin mời.
My name is Matt Lynn. I want to talk to Councilwoman West's actions from the special meeting last Friday. During the meeting, she kept repeatedly asking the council to change the language of the resolution that announced the County of LA Supervisor's action about Jane Fonda Day. You want to use the word despicable instead of inappropriate, which no one else in this council supported, which you call your mayor and other council members weak. What a joke. When yesterday you called into LA County Supervisor meeting, you called in and spoke for a minute. You didn't dare use the word despicable. You are just all talk and no action. You are a coward, and for even praising the LA Supervisors, keep doing a good job. Your advisor, Mr. Noki, is a liar who likes to make up story and troublemaker with a loud mouth. I want to condemn your immoral, cruel, and ugly actions towards Council Member Manzo. The mayor and the other council members need to stop her deceitful and fabricated accusations towards everyone else in this council. You are a shameful and an embarrassment to this council and this city.
Our final speaker is Terry Reynolds.
Despicable, immoral, contemptible, reprehensible, abhorrent, heinous, unscrupulous, repulsive, sadistic, deplorable, disrespectful, evil, narcissistic, moronic, worthless, pathological liar, nefarious, wretched, obtuse, all accurate descriptives of the character and actions of Amy Van West. Penal Code 148.5, making a false police report. Civil Code 45, libel, a published false written statement damaging someone's reputation. Civil Code 46, slander, making a false spoken statement damaging a person's reputation. Penal Code 118, perjury, knowingly providing false testimony, all laws purportedly violated by Amy Van West. Amy Van West, a.k.a. the narcissistic twat waffle, filed a bullshit police report against Councilman Manzo last Friday, forcing our police department to conduct an investigation over the weekend. Per the police report, the investigation concluded finding no basis or evidence that Councilman Manzo committed any crime. Eyewitness accounts, including my own, and voluminous video and written evidence support that finding. But West didn't stop there. She held several press conferences in the Vietnamese media, continuing to lie and slander Councilman Manzo. Perhaps the PD needs to investigate Amy's criminal behavior against Councilman Manzo and City Manager Corden. Amy, you have called me a liar, thief, and bullet from the dais. But look in the mirror, biatch. This full-blown narcissistic collapse of yours is truly pathetic. Lashing out at others and fabricating stories that you're a victim? Classic signs. Listen up, Amy. We are compiling voluminous, incriminating evidence against you. And you can mark my words. We will eventually take you down. You can bank on that. Council, this is effing serious. You can't just sit there and do nothing while this woman destroys each and every one of you and our city. You must stand up to the madness. It's time for this council and this community to come together, to take swift, formal, punitive action against this malignant cancer in our city, Amy Van West. Censor Amy Van West. Recall Amy Van West. Censure Amy Fan West. Recall Amy Fan West. Censure Amy Fan West. Recall Amy Fan West. This is a plea to this community to wake up and this council. Thank you very much.
Mayor, I think for the speaker cards.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you all for coming out and voice your opinions. The next items is, I'd like to close oral communication at this time. Next is comment from the City Council agency members. I first want to call for Council Member Amy Fan West.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for everyone for coming. Thank you for our staff for working so hard. It is 8:30 p.m. already, and you know, I do hear some of your concerns, and you know, I understand that you know you guys have concerns, but you guys have not looked. I feel like you guys coming out. I am the victim. You guys are Carlos and dropping people out to basically harass me. And it's thank you, Mr. Mayor, I have the floor. Thank you. So, you know, the other thing that was sent to me today was that I want to bring this to the attention is that, let me read this out for you guys so you guys can see it. Okay, so it was sent to me on Westminster Buzz, News and Community Discussion, urgent, this is a day ago. Urgent breaking news, Amy Fan West fell a bullshit, I'm reading word by word, police report against Carlos Menzo on Friday. An initiate investigation was conducted over the weekend. This community must come out and show their support for Carlos and Christine at Wednesday meeting. This is an opportunity for council member, staff, and public to unite against the cancerous white waffle. And this has been a rough weekend for many of us. I spent solid 48 hours searching for evidence and dealing with this issue, and also the closed session agenda item for City Manager Christine Gordon performance evaluation that she initiated. I was trying to do the right thing to not make this public, hoping Carlos Menzo would receive an official notification that the initial investigation has concluded, finding insufficient, no evidence of wrongdoing on the part of Carlos Menzo, but it seems that may not come today, so screw it. I'm going to go in public with it too. Sorry, Chief Darren Lenye, Amy Ingoki made it in public yesterday. So basically, this is a day ago. How did Terry Rain on Westminster Buzz know that the conduct investigation was insufficient, no evidence of wrongdoing? I can show proof today. Christine Gordon texts me, FYI, read your email for instruction. Police report is ready for you at 11:21. That she texts me. And then this morning, and I go, thank you, I'm heading over to the Westminster PD at 11:34. So I don't know how it's leaked out. It's my report that I filed, but how did Terry Rain got the information? And I didn't know about it until today at 11 a.m. So this was put yesterday already on Terry Rain website, that the investigation has concluded, finding insufficient, no evidence of wrongdoing in the part of Carlos Menzo. So that's something we have to talk. I want to bring the trust of the community to our Westminster government, the staff, and also the council mayor. But with this, I feel like something has leaked out, and without, I wasn't even informed until today at 11 something of the report. So therefore, there's something wrong. There's something not correct. And I want it to be investigated. I want the public and the city attorney to look into it, because this is not right. How did Terry Rain knows about this report yesterday, a day ago, And I just found out today at 11 a.m. in the morning. That's something I asked the city attorney to investigate. And then also, you know, for the closed session today, I just want to let you know, it says on the 4 o'clock meeting that the council meeting, of course, the litigation, right, of the council. That's number one. Number two is the public employment performance evaluation city manager. So in the email, Christine texted me regarding the Jane Fonda on May 3rd. I asked her to call me that morning at 9:37 a.m. She called, we talked. And then I told her, you know what, I don't see my name on this agenda that was public the night before. I was bummed. I was the one who called for a closed session meeting. And I asked her over the phone call, was I the one that called and initiated that meeting? She said, yes. I go to Charlie. She said, no, you did, Amy. And I go, okay, so if that's the case, why my name is not on this agenda item? And with your recommendation, because I asked you, how can I get this closed session to happen? She said you have to get 3 as a council member. As a mayor, he can call for a special meeting. So for me, I go, okay, fine, I'll call Henry and ask her if she can be on this second for me. And then with the advice of the city manager, so the look won't violate the Brown Act, that she said she recommends she call the mayor. I go, absolutely correct. For the look of the Brown Act violation, you should call, as your recommendation, you should call the mayor. So she called the mayor. The mayor, she said she informed the mayor that, yes, Councilwoman asked for this special meeting, and would you be okay? The mayor said yes. And so therefore we have the quorum of 3 for a call for a special meeting. So therefore, I asked her, you know, would you consider putting me on the agenda to make it right? And she said, let me think about it. And then I go, absolutely, think about it. For me, I could have said, you just proved to me that you said I'm the one who called for the special meeting. Why do you have to think about it, right? I have every right to do that. But for me, I do not micromanage my staff. I want them to do the right thing. I want them to have the opportunity to do so. So she said, I'll get back to you. I said, absolutely, not a problem at all. So she texted me at 11:01 a.m. It will be a verbal acknowledgement tonight, which is May 3rd, at the dais that you are in fact initiate the special meeting. I have also agendized myself on May 8th, which is today, the closed session agenda. So all of us and the council member can discuss this situation in detail, is the agenda situation in detail. So on the agenda of closed session today, Mr. Mayor, public evaluation.
Please, can I stop you for a minute? Because I believe that the city attorney
you just want to be careful that we're not saying anything.
I'm not, absolutely. Absolutely, Mr. City Attorney, I understand the conflict of interest there. We don't disclose anything that we discuss in the closed session. But what I'm saying is right here, it doesn't line up. If it's really employment performance, then we do the employment performance, Christine. But we didn't do that today in closed session. And it is misleading for the public to come out thinking that we are going to fire Christine. I like working with Christine. I haven't had a problem. She's been amazing. She has followed through with everything. She's worked hard to keep the staff up and running. And I appreciate that. So what I'm saying is that it come across, employment performance, city manager, is a misleading. Well, we didn't even discuss about that. And I'm no lawyer. I'm no lawyer, but as any lawyer out there see this, can see a misleading with this text message as well. I have also agendized myself on May 8th closed session agenda so that all of us council member can discuss this situation in detail. So I want the public, I want the community to make that decision for yourself. I am here to do what's right, to serve you. I want you guys to trust our government. I want us to continue to do what's right for the people in the city of Westminster. But there are questions that I'm asking, and I think everyone should be. So with that in mind, I know Mother's Day is coming up. On a lighter note, and as a mother myself, 3 boys, I understand there's no blueprint of raising children. And I know that as mothers, we work hard day and night, and we hold our family together. And we are the fortress that our family comes together because we allow our children, we impart wisdom, we impart love, compassion, and caring and respect to one another. So therefore, I appreciate all the mothers out there because I myself am a mother and I understand that. So I want to wish all the mothers out there a happy Mother's Day. And I also want to publicly wish my mom a happy Mother's Day as well, as she teach me what sacrificial means. Teach me to be respectful and to always fight for what is right. And so therefore, my mom is a great example to me to be a mother, to be strong, but also she was pregnant, 8 months pregnant. I'm almost done, Mr. Mayor. Can I finish with Mother's Day? She's 8 months pregnant when she escaped on the fishing boat. She was brave and courageous, and so therefore I will continue to fight for what's right, even though if I'm the only one standing. So thank you so much. God bless you guys. God bless your family, and have a great weekend. Thank you.
All right, I must ask the attorney because she addressed and she also mentioned that she asked you to investigate. I want to make sure that is it a standing item that you need to look into, or you have any other on that. Also, I would like to see if the city manager have anything to respond, because something that I see is not respond in the way that it is supposed to be. So first of all, the city attorney.
With respect to the request for investigation, that's something that I will look into, not here publicly, but I will look into that. And if there's something that needs to be done, we'll do that.
City attorney, and then city manager, you have anything to say?
I actually have quite a bit to say, sir, but at this time, I'd rather reserve that for closed session, as if we would see by
Thank you
closed
very
session.
much. Next is Council Member Mezzo.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to make I'm pretty disappointed in the answer from the city attorney. The question that the mayor asked was to address the allegation the way that the closed session item was listed for city manager evaluation. And you didn't do a good job explaining why it was listed that way. So can you please explain to the community why that closed session item is listed the way it is?
Yeah, I didn't understand that to be the question. I thought it was about her request for an investigation. She was asking about an investigation.
Okay, well then I'm asking.
But for your question, yes, I mean, it was listed properly. That's the proper format for having discussions about such things. I don't want to go into the content of it, but that is the proper listing.
And under that listing, what type of items are, why is that listing? What concludes, what criteria does that fall under as far as what that covers?
Well, the council has 2 employees that is responsible for city attorney and city manager. And so when you list that for evaluation under state law, there's very limited things you can list. For evaluation, that involves basically how is that person performing their duties, and the interaction between the council and that employee. And so that kind of encompasses all kinds of things when you're talking about the city manager. How are they doing their job with respect to the police department, public works department, all these other things that may come into play in terms of getting the council and the city manager relationship in proper order. So it's a very broad category. Evaluation encompasses the entire aspect of what it means for the city manager to do their work.
And does it also include just issues between the city manager and issues she needs to discuss with the council. Is that part? Is that
yes?
Because that criteria?
Again, as the council's employee or employee that's hired by the council, there's a lot of interaction that needs to take place between them, and so that would be a proper place to discuss how and when, and in what manner, you know.
So you're
communication happens.
Since you oversaw and approved the agenda item, with your calculation, that was the proper way to list it?
Yes, that was the proper way to list it.
So the issues that Councilmember West brought up are not valid, they're not justified, saying something wrong was done?
Well, there's nothing wrong with respect to the way it was listed and the discussion that took place.
Okay. Thank you for answering that. First, I want to start with thanking our great staff for everybody. This was a total staff effort, team effort from all the departments, police department, public works, all the staff for putting together a beautiful Black April event. It was well attended, well covered, and a very moving event that really hit home with a lot of the community. And we had a lot of veteran presence, American Vietnam veterans and Vietnamese veterans as well. So thank you, staff, again, for another great job putting that together. And I saw that it was even better because we also had an airplane flying overhead and with the banner. So that was beautiful, something we haven't had in the past. We've also had some extra decorations with the banners going across the park that also added. It was really well done. So thank you, and thank you. I'm sure the mayor was helpful in that as well. So thank you, Mayor, for your help on that as well. Next, I want to make sure that we all get out there and thank our mothers and really celebrate our mothers for this Mother's Day weekend. Something that we must do and appreciate them, not just on Mother's Day, but every day. To appreciate them and what they do for us. And wives, I know my wife, she does a lot for me, so thank you. And make sure that we get to well celebrated a weekend, put your feet up and enjoy your family, your family's company. Next, I have to, I mean, I hate this, if you guys know me by now, I hate circuses, I hate drama. That's something that we have a lot of more important things to do here in the community, but I have to, I need to address them. I wasn't out there in the medias or YouTubes or whatever talking about this issue and spreading propaganda because I want to make sure the police department did their job without interference, without being talked about, let them conclude what they got to do. So I'm going to make sure I didn't address anything until that they did their job and it was done. I don't want to be out there slandering anybody and saying that the police department is not didn't do their job, because we know the police department does a great job and they make sure they do everything by the book. As far as that, the issue that Councilmember West brought up about the Facebook, to me it sounds that particular, in this case, Ms. Rain, that's her opinion. That's her opinion as far as what she thinks what the outcome would be. And as far as where she got the information, I'm assuming she got that information from Ms. West and the gentleman she was doing all the interviews with. So she's the one that was out there just talking about the issue. So I'm assuming that's where he got the information. Nobody knew what the outcome of the investigation until it was complete. And as she mentioned, we got an email from our city manager informing us that it was concluded. So that's when myself, I went there afterward to get a copy of it myself. And like I said, to those folks who were calling me with their support, in the end, the truth always comes out. So I wasn't worried about it because I know that I didn't do anything wrong. I know in my heart that I didn't do anything wrong. And people who know me, I'm pretty sure you know me by now, what kind of person that I am. But I need to just read this because I want to make sure that I covered all the bases. I want to keep it short because I'm not about drama. I don't want this to keep dragging out. This is not good for our community, but it was something that I felt at the time that somebody had to say something because this has gone on way too long. So let me just bear with me. Let me read this. Try to get through it real quick. So I wanted to address the events following the special meeting held on Friday, May 3rd, 2024. Those who have attended our meetings or observed them know that Councilmember West has consistently shown disrespect toward the mayor, fellow council members, and residents during council meetings and community events. Unfortunately, this pattern persisted during last Friday's meetings. Councilmember West's relentless pursuit of seeking credit and having her name on agendas that she did not initiate knows no bounds. She continues to disrupt our council meetings, leaving the dais to interact with the public while meetings are still underway. After the meeting adjourned, as I was stepping off the dais, I expressed to Councilmember West that her behavior was disrespectful and did not align with the values instilled by her parents. Contrary to her claim, I neither touched nor blocked her in any way, as she was stationary at the dais while collecting her belongings. My remarks were brief and non-confrontational. I proceeded to the back conference room, retrieved my agenda packet, and promptly left the building. Councilmember West's subsequent email to the city manager, city attorney, and police chief is entirely fabricated and filled with lies. There are witnesses and video evidence to attest to the truth of the events. The conduct displayed by Councilmember West is reprehensible, disgraceful, and unbecoming of an elected official. It is incumbent upon this council to address such behavior promptly. We cannot afford to tolerate this any longer. I urge the mayor and my fellow council members to address this matter without delay. Our focus should be on the city affairs, and we must work collaboratively as a team to propel our city forward. And I know maybe you guys are tired of this, but this keeps sticking to me, and I read it before, but I'm going to read it again anyways. There is no limit to the amount of good we can do if you don't care who gets credit. Now, that was from President Ronald Reagan, and I truly believe that as a council, in order for us to move forward, we cannot be obsessed with who gets credit for what. Our council's success is our staff's success. Our staff's success is our council's success. In the end, the ones that benefit from it is the residents. We must continue to act professionally and respect one another, and for sure respect the residents who voted for us in office. We owe it to all of you to conduct the business of the city, to act professionally up here, and to not continue to make a mockery of this council as Councilmember West continues to do. So please, I ask the mayor and the council, please, we need to address this. This needs to stop. All the evidence that the police department, the police report shows, proves that what actually happened, and is not a bunch of fabricated lies as Councilmember West was out there. Ironically, I heard that Councilmember West had issues with when we had our study session, when we had the SWOT analysis, that somebody, it's anonymous means you don't know who it is. On there, one of the negatives affecting our community was, I forgot exactly how it was worded, but basically it was commotion in the Vietnamese media. And Councilmember West, you just justified this week what whoever wrote that meant, what they were talking about. Getting out there and causing all this undue and very unnecessary drama in a community that's hurting and taking away the focus that we should be concentrating in. So I just want to make sure we put this behind us and move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. I let each council have enough time to address the problems or the issues that for over the last few days. But I would say that you can make a statement, but please don't discuss about the item because it's not merchandise for the meeting. But you are welcome to state the fact. But I don't invite any others to rebut or discuss about it deeply. And now I would like to invite the Vice Mayor.
Gosh, I really didn't plan on speaking about, I tried to forget what happened after that special meeting. But how can one forget? Because it was in the media, and Amy Van West went on YouTube. I received at least three different YouTube, from 3 different YouTubers, and I have not had time to watch. And people know me, I'm very, very busy, and I love what I do for the city. I only want to, bring, if I can, do good work here, then, of course I continue, but I feel like what happened really is number one, what came to mind is just the amount of money that we have spent, starting with a special meeting. I think, the special meeting cost money, and if the special meeting was about the special meeting because it was a necessity, of course we can justify, but the special meeting was all about grandstanding, and it was so clear that it was to bring credit and to grandstand herself. I feel like another thing that comes to mind is my way or the highway, and it has been that way from day one. As I'm kind of quite analytical, I try to, not pay too much attention to a lot of things that may be considered as tantrums. And I try to be the bigger person, all that. But over the last year and a half, I have to say that what I observe are that there are 2 sets of roles. One for Amy Van West, the other for the rest of the council. And it needs to stop. And I think that we need to all look at that and figure out how we're going to put an end to that. Because it is not getting any better. You give someone a yard, she takes a mile, now she's taking thousands of miles. So I have to say, I have to recommend also that we step back and figure out as adults, no one is going to win. I think it's going to hurt our constituents, our community, if this keeps going. We had a budget session today where we don't even have to see very far into the future, but within the next couple of years and so on, we will be at a deficit. We cannot spend enough time. We don't have enough time of the day to think of what to do to get. I'm sorry.
Can I interrupt you for a minute?
Yes, I'm sorry.
But we are not going to go into the discussion. If you have anything that you want to state, the fact, go ahead and state.
Thank
I
you.
believe that Councilmember West is going to actually like this item the next meeting where we did at work. Okay, so we'll wait.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'd like to, that wasn't a prepared thing that I was going to say, it just prompted by, people to my right and left. So I want to say that since the last meeting, I want to kind of bring you up to speed on what I've been up to. As I said, if we're really concerned, as we all were concerned about the choice of April 30th as a day to honor or call it Jane Fonda Day, we were all very concerned. That was understood. And so I wanted to do something I felt is effective. And besides, speaking to everybody from the dais, I felt that it was important for me to take a trip to LA, and especially to visit the LA County supervisors. And since a special meeting, I just want to read because I prepared something really short. It's last Friday, May 3rd, until now, the public has not been at peace. They've been lied to by a certain council member. I would like to restore the public's trust and normalcy by letting the people know the truth so that they're not continuously lied to, and so that staff could concentrate on doing good things for our city to move forward. Yesterday, Tuesday, May 7th, I went to address the Los Angeles County Supervisors at the Kenneth Kahn Hall of Administration at about 1 o'clock. I departed that morning at about 9 a.m. and got back to the OC at 4 p.m. I was allowed all that for 1 minute of speaking time. So, of course, after doing all that, I really appreciate all of you for coming out and addressing us. Every time we have a lot of regulars, especially Terry Raines and in front of me, Ms. Hamill, for coming to address us. It was a quick, of course, it was a very quick speech. As a matter of fact, that was kind of my first time speaking there. I kind of felt like it was a coming home type of event for me. It was important for me to appear in person to convey my personal message to the supervisors, especially to Ms. Janice Hahn, whose father, the late LA supervisor, Kenneth Hahn, who recognized me some years ago when I was in my early 20s. And I did state that I was not there on an official capacity, I was there on a personal capacity. As I said, I was trying to come up with ideas, things that we all can do as an individual, as a council member, we should do if we sincerely want them to change their mind, and not, write things that might provoke them, like using words that, from a certain dictionary, that may provoke people to not going to change their mind. So I really wanted to let you know that, and I'm always, here to try to do good things. I try to put behind what, the past is, bygone be bygone. However, we do need time to, work things out. Thank you so much. And one last thing is Happy Mother's Day to everyone. This weekend, I will spend the time going on a train trip with my mother. So it'll be the first time. We wanted to do this a couple weeks ago, but the train was out of commission because of the rain. And so now it's back in operation. So I'm very excited, and happy Mother's Day to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Wow. Just, first of all, I would like to thank the staff and our PD working tirelessly to put up to make the April 30th event a unsuccessful event. And second thing I want to report to everyone about the trip that I went to Sacramento that I don't have the chance to report last time because I got food poisoning and can't and couldn't attend the city meeting. All right. At the conference up there in Sacramento, we got a very good news that I want to share. I believe that when I watched the city council meeting at home via YouTube, and Vice Mayor Kimberly already said other things about it. But the good news that I want to share is the legislatures up in Sacramento, they are going to work on stricter rules and policy and laws to prevent shoplifting and a lot more. So I think if they pass the rules or the laws, that our enforcement going to have a lot of tools in your toolbox to keep the city safe. One more thing is I want to talk about the homeless thing. Let me see. Cal City is still working on, still lobbying for the $3 billion budget. Like annually. To help to resolve the homeless issue, and we still supporting that. At the meeting, they share their ideas about how to resolve the homelessness in their cities, and one of the ideas is they turn the parking lots, the public parking lots, into a place so the homeless people going to park their RV there overnight, because at night, we don't use the parking. So I don't know if that's an option for us. And they came up with a very tiny homes with less money, so the city or counties can help the one with less money to buy it. So we can decrease the homeless population in our cities. So that's what I want to share with you guys. And in regards of the incident that we have. The last special meeting, I actually have not had a chance to read the report yet. So I'm not a judge here. I'm not going to talk about it until I read the report from the police, and I think I'm going to save it for our next meeting. Thank you, and you back.
All right, thank you very much, Councilmember Nguyen. Like I said, before, well, I'm going to state the fact. And I hope that with the fact, it will die out, or it's not going to be continue to be an issues until the next meeting. But I just want to remind you guys all that after this, we'll have the closed session meeting, and then we'll come back out and adjourn the meeting. Report out and then adjourn the meeting. Special meeting. I understand that Council Member Menzo mentioned the other day that they would work the items today, which I don't believe so. Because as a mayor, I was having a chance to talk to the city managers, working closely with her. I know that we have that heavy agenda, as you can see today. It's very heavy agenda. And if and you see that we have, you know that the last meeting, the special meeting took almost 2 hours. And if we are going to have it into this meeting, it's going to be too long. Now, and we are going to take all night and we were here since 3 o'clock this afternoon. Now, as far as Ms. West, Councilmember West standpoint, I just want to let you know the fact that you have to understand the policy that we have. Even rest assured that I am the one who wants to call this meeting, and I mentioned it last time already, that May 8th is not going to be possible, and May 22nd is too long. And even you call for a special meeting, you can't have your name on it. Even you call for, you have the 3 council agree to this. It's not going to be stated on the staff report. The staff report is you have to take it 2 steps. 1 step is called for the items. The item has to have the second person to second it in order for staff to come up with the staff report. And you understand the staff report only to have the first and the second. For those people who are calling for a special meeting, the name is not there. My name is there just because I was the second for the item. My name wasn't there because of the special meeting. But I do call for a special meeting on that day. So please understand there are 2 separate issues. That way we don't mix up between the 2. I want to thank staff for working hard. I know that there are many things that staff, we put on their plates and they have to carry it with them. And I understand sometimes too much for you, especially for community and development, not community development, but parking recreation. I know that you plan a lot of things for the community here, and I appreciate it for that. Talking about the April 30th, I'm working hard, and I have a chance to work with you and your team, and I appreciate that the outcome. Like Councilmember Menzo said, it was great that people appreciate your work. And of course, for public works, of course, for PDs and for the ACM and CM. I would like to thank you for all of your effort there. Last, for those of you who still have your mom, please pay attention and celebrate the holidays with them. For me, I know that when I sworn in as a council member, my mom was here with me. But she no longer with me at the time, this time. So I don't have a chance to let some of you have, but please take that moment and thanks them for what they do for you for your life. Well, with that, I would like to recess for closed session. And you are welcome to stay, and we will have to report out and we'll adjourn the meeting. So, that's a recess for our closed session.
potential litigation, 549574.
Yeah, we.
It was announced before public comment.
Yes, if we decided now, then we would have a public comment, but we decided we have actually already brought it in at the hearing, then that's the case. So,
Rồi bây giờ mấy người đó là chuẩn bị sẽ họp vô họp kín, họp mật.
Thằng rể tiền, quay nè thằng rể tiền, nè, quay nè thằng chó nè.
Ê, đừng có mất dạy nha, con khốn nạn.
Thằng khốn nạn, thằng chó đẻ.
Mất dạy. Rồi mình xin ngưng chương trình ở đây ha. Hẹn gặp lại các bạn trong những chương trình tới. Xin thân ái chào tạm biệt.